Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is RandoGEEK, and we have an update here coming from Cord Cutters News. The link for this article will be provided for you down below in the description. We're talking about the possibility of DIRECTV and Dish once again merging. Now, if you guys remember, this was supposed to be a big opportunity here for Dish, basically to pass off all their debt to DIRECTV, capitalize, use those funds to pay off their debt on EchoStar and as well as Boost Mobile. And that deal didn't work out. The relationship went sour when Dish kind of betrayed DIRECTV, if you ask me. It basically put a knife in their back. DIRECTV wanted to have a deal. Okay, they wanted a deal that was best for both sides, for them, because remember, they're a business trying to do better as well. This is why they're interested in the merger to begin with. They want Dish's customers. They want to grow their service. And Dish was just kind of trying to play DIRECTV, if you ask me, trying to offload all their debt, not willing to compromise and meet them in the middle. So again, the deal just went south. But, you know, for many, hearing the news recently that AT&T is purchasing a lot of EchoStar's spectrum is leaving the door open for the possibility of these two to reignite. Now, if this happens, this could be once again another good thing for Dish. They'll capitalize, and it can kind of help them refocus their business and figure out what they really want to do, right? And they can get out of debt and try to make a comeback, operate under, you know, someone else. So it looks like that's what we're looking at here. You know, if this happens, I think Dish will certainly be in a better position, right? They won't be staring at bankruptcy anymore. So that's one of the main things here. And DIRECTV will be able to capitalize on all the services, you know, such as Sling. That's, you know, Dish offers Sling, get all those customers. And they have their own streaming services, DIRECTV as well. So I know many customers are kind of concerned, like what happens to Sling? Will it still exist? Will they rebrand it? What will they do with it? So there, you know, of course, there's many concerns whenever a big merger such as something like this does happen. And if it does happen, you know, there could be some changes that are positive, but then ultimately negative, right, as well. So that's something that we do have to consider. But if the deal does go through, the DIRECTV Dish merger, I guess, would basically be a $16.4 billion deal. So, you know, the thought of this being revisited might make more sense sooner, they're saying, rather than later to optimize the synergies. They're saying that ASTS is in a far better balance sheet position now, right? So they're saying the urgency to do so is fading, I guess. They're saying Williams highlighted how a combined entity could achieve significant cost savings through shared infrastructure, streamline operations, and enhance bargaining power with content providers in an era dominated by Netflix, of course, Disney Plus, and other streaming services. And, you know, with EchoStar's recent performance underscoring the mixed bag of its wireless pivot, in the June quarter, revenue declined 6% year over year to $3.725 billion, missing analyst estimates of $3.829 billion, largely due to the softening demand in its legacy pay TV business, right? So, but we heard a lot of good things, right? With Boost Mobile actually doing much better, being much more appealing, which is why I think AT&T is interested, right? Has shown interest and has partaked in some of that spectrum. They're seeing that there's some demand there, that Boost is starting to grow and become a more valuable asset. Of course, you know, there's going to be all this FCC stuff that, you know, regulators are going to have to, you know, get involved in all this. But yeah, I mean, you know, for now, it's just kind of like gossip, right? It's just speculative of whether or not these two will indeed, you know, revisit their deal. But it's, I guess, what we're looking at here is it's much more possible now than it was, as little as a month ago or even a few weeks ago. So we'll keep you guys, updated with it, of course. But I think, we might see, a bit more of a dish that's willing to compromise now, maybe with DIRECTV, right? Maybe willing to work with them more. They'll be getting some more money now with this AT&T deal. The debt will be a little lower, right? So it'll be a little softer on them. So maybe they'll be willing to meet DIRECTV more in terms of what they were looking for originally, right? So maybe they won't be trying to put a bag over them and rob them, right? They might just be like, okay, let's kind of meet back to the original deal. Let's do this. But again, we don't know that for sure, right? We don't know if this deal is still truly on the table or if it's just, buzz, gossip that, people are just trying to stir up, or is it more being like a hopefulness rather than an actual thing that can actually play out. But again, we'll follow it. We'll keep you updated here on the channel. And as always, I want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching, and feel free to comment down below whether or not you want to see this deal. Like, for you, DIRECTV, purchasing Dish, good idea, bad idea, really doesn't make sense either way. And if you have Dish, let me know your concerns if you think there are any of DIRECTV buying them out, and vice versa, right? Is this a good investment for DIRECTV? Is it just them wasting money? Do they really need Dish? I think it can certainly help them. I think it would snuff out Dish is one of their biggest competitors, right? DIRECTV. So if they own Dish, they get all those customers and they lessen the competition, and anyone that wants paid cable TV, streaming services included, will now have to go pretty much to them because they'll be the largest in town, right? They'll be the biggest offering that is out there. So this is where DIRECTV, sees to shine, right? They'll basically be in charge of it all, mostly. So we'll see. As always, once again, thank you for stopping by and watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.